It is for his tomb. I see this now. I'm looking over I get the title up top, but I kind of mostly just get the details. So I just get a statue of an elf. Like up top, yeah, it does say I want a tomb for my dwarf, but that would require me to pay attention to something I made. You expect me to pay attention to something I'm doing? That's insanity. Why would you expect someone to pay? Who died? Dead llama. Why would you expect somebody to pay attention to what he himself is doing? That's just crazy talk. How many logs do I have laying around? How did I never put a ceiling on this? You know what? Let's just do it out of obsidian blocks. I don't care. It's probably been spooking the animals the whole time and I never noticed. Bro, what's going on with that one dwarf on the lowest mood level? Yes. Did he eat without a table? What was it that initially set him off? No, he is the base's greatest weaver. He makes he makes masterwork clothing. And I don't know, he just got depressed one day. Once he started, he just never recovered. So he's just perpetually sad, but it's okay because we now made him an immortal vampire. So even if he does snap and stop eating, we can never let him die. All right, I have made the statue. So, okay. You, for your tomb, your second detail you want is a statue of a statue. All right, that makes more sense to me now. I have no clue how that works in game, but that makes way more sense to me now. It's like a statue of a statue. What the hell is he talking about? Statue, detail, image, new image, object, filter, statue. How many? One. It is a statue that is in fact an image of a statue, and the whole thing is called the heavy rag. I'm not reading into that. Have you tried locking him up in a super good room? Doesn't work. This is not even necessary. I've done things like that before. It brought him down to like, from negative 100,000, it brought him down to negative 99.8 thousand. He wanted a temple. We gave him a temple. Then he still bitches. He comes up with things to complain about. Recently, the reason why she is sad is she felt satisfied at work. She felt satisfied after producing a masterwork. She felt satisfied at work. She was ambivalent about putting on her amazing clothing. She felt satisfied at work. She was relieved while crying on somebody in charge. She felt self-pity after being away from family. I can't fix that. Self-pity after being away from friends. We tried forcing them to socialize. You know what they did? Spent all their time running back to the mayor crying. Doing nothing except crying, because crying on the mayor, I guess, isn't allowed to stack like feeling self-pity after being away from friends. So they weren't really socializing. Dejected or being kept from alcohol for too long. No one's keeping them from alcohol. Wait, yes, now they're dejected from that because they're a vampire. She didn't feel anything after being unable to acquire. Uneasy, dwelling upon experiencing trauma. Blissful, legendary, relieved, blissful, satisfied. It's like 90 billion fucking good things. And then it's, oh, I don't know where my family is. Oh well, I might as well be the most depressed person in the world. She got into an argument. She got into an argument because she was already angry. Also, what are we gonna do with all these horrible, horrible creatures, I wonder? We have a lot of these things that we need to fight. If I set them up in the arena and drain our water into here, since we're not using it for base defense anyways, we could set them up in here and then have our archers shoot at them. There is that. So what if we just start building cages in here? And then proceed to shoot at them, because I'm not doing anything else with them. Cave croc. Giant cave toad. Cave swallow. Cave croc. Cave croc. Rooster I don't need to kill. Cave croc. Any more cave crocs for me? Cave toad. Cave toad. Random artifact cage. Giant rat. We've caught a lot of animals, haven't we? Giant rat. Giant rat. And I think that's it for random ass creatures. Can you battle train frogs? One, I don't know, but two, wouldn't even be worth it. Not even gonna bother trying on that one. One time, well, two stories. Story one, we traded for the elves for a giant elephant. We traded for a dire elephant, and you can combat train them. So I had a combat trained dire elephant with enough mass to put down most mountains. 2 goblin bolts later, it was dead because they don't have armor. So the goblins just shot him in the face and he died. That was a giant dire war elephant. Later on, we caught and trained, or domesticated, not like fully domesticated, but we pacified a dragon. A dragon. It immediately stopped burning fire anywhere, was garbage on the fence, and let the elves walk past it while we were at war with him. The training of animals thing, I do not have faith in. The SOS men following, thank you so much, the SOS men, including.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. If you are wishing, build trap lever. You can build a lever. No. If you're wishing, you can type in !dwarf to name one of the dwarves after you. And someone else followed. And we can use that to start getting you rooms and the like. Jammer Hammer Games, thank you so much for following. So we can use that to get you statues, tombs, beds, suites, what have you. Thank you so much for following, Jammer Hammer Games. Now I need to make a bunch of mechanisms. I need 2 mechanisms for every... Stop, I'm getting too many keys. I need 2 mechanisms for every cage in there. Or fortress froze. That is depressing. Let's relaunch Dwarf Fortress and see when it last saved. No warning, no nothing, just crashed the desktop. I'm wondering if it's because I was using right shift. Windows 10 has attributed some mystical worth to right shift. So question. What was the last statue I did? Do I have a statue of... Can I see the details of this statue before it's built? I don't want to change the details, I want to see the details. What was the last things I did? By the way, for the statue to get complete, that'll tell me where we are in the timeline. Jammer Hammer Games got dwarfed. Dwarf 10. Oh no, yeah, exactly. Question is, how much progress did we lose? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jammer Hammer Games, you are an unclassified dwarf, which means you're probably gonna be a hauler. They do small animal dissection, so you know what? I'm gonna put you in as a hunter. You have no skill with it, but that's what we're going to do. Jammer Hammer, I can spell. I might not be able to fit in your full name. Yes, it is not like that. I can get Jammer Hammer Gang. I cannot get the S. Am I dwarf? Question. There is a 7 sunburns. Zeus Nunes 1, thank you so much for following. You two are free to get dwarfed. So you can start getting furniture and join the military and get yourself killed. Thank you so much for following and supporting the channel. I was looking down, so I didn't see them finish the statue, did I? Obsidian statue of an elf. An elf, oh, so the elf and elfin meet. We're not that far back. If we're on that statue, it just means that I haven't done the second thing. But we also haven't begun moving any of those cages. Huzzah. All right, we'll move the cages there again so we can slaughter them. The dwarves are still training. We're getting your things set up. You want a statue of a statue. Maybe that's what brought us down. Maybe we built a statue of the statue and the game said, nope, this is too stupid, and crashed us. Object, filter, statue. One statue. The allied wall is what it's called this time. A statue of a statue is called an allied wall. Makes sense to me. Ghost needs a magnificent tomb, one that will only serve as depression, further knowing he will never utilize it. Don't you already have a tomb? I thought you had a tomb you weren't using. Hellfires, Dragomans, another of Hellfires, Tachulus, Stephen Roberts, Dragoman. Some people die a lot. Another one for Dragoman, Coca-Cola 5, Dark Ocelot. Another one for Hellfire, Dominate. All right, yep, let's start getting the next one set up, I guess. What if we're able to get a book / slab of necromancy? What happened? Ye, beard. K. Am I dwarf? My Brazil. Welcome, salve. What if we're able to get a book slab? Can I have a bed in my tomb? If you did not do the request as part of the tomb system, you can always just request the bed using the furniture request system. So yes, Ram lover Steve shall never be forgotten. Right, let's go back to these fucking cages. Build J. Now we are going to do a quiz for the chat. The way I'm putting these cages down was a style of putting things down popularized by a certain video game in the PlayStation 1 era. Can anyone guess, with that very vague and not useful way of describing the game, can anyone guess what game led to a strategy of having to put things down in a 3x3 square but leaving out a square on the top or bottom? Where are these animals? Cave croc. And secondarily to this, because I may have actually mentioned this in chat before, can anyone tell me why this square is there? It's not Slime Rancher. That is not a PlayStation 1 era game. But it probably does work in Slime Rancher. Pin. Rooster. Well, another hen, or same hen maybe. We'll know in a second when I see a rooster again. Rooster. All right, that's everyone this time. I'm just gonna trigger a save. It's not even seasonal. I'm triggering a save now because I don't know what caused that. Death Star 175 wins it. It was in fact Harvest Moon, because after you grow the plants, you cannot walk over them, which means if you put down a 3x3 thing of plants, you can never water and or access the middle plant. Even when you upgraded your watering can, you have to wait till you harvest all the other plants to get to the one in the middle, which means other than one-time growing plants, you cannot plant on the one in the middle. There is a variant where you create a square so you can hop over each and every one, but that only makes it slightly more annoying because it means to water most of your plants, you need to go an extra tier of water can upgrade to hit the 3x3. Seven Sunburns had the correct idea, but did not know the details. But Death Star 175, in fact, had it. Anyone who ever had to do the original Harvest Moons, it didn't matter to plant. It wasn't like Stardew Valley, where if it's not like a trellis plant, you can just walk through it. No, you were just screwed on everything in the original Harvest Moons. So you had to build using that weird shape. And what would routinely happen is you'd have your top row do that shape, and the bottom row would do the same shape, but the gap would be on top that time. So you'd have alternating top-bottom holes, just so you could water everything. So I think the first can upgrade did a 1x3, and the second can upgrade did a 2x3, or something like that. So you could water everything in a couple of squirts. You can't walk through a trellis in Stardew Valley. Yes. However, what I'm saying is, in the original Harvest Moons, you couldn't walk through anything. You could plant a turnip, and that turnip is now in your way. Nothing lets you pass in the original Harvest Moons. They were obnoxious that way. The only way, like the time when you finally got to plant 3x3s, was at the end of the game when you get the weird little gnome dudes to assist you because they could go between the plants. Turnip walls, I dig it. What the fuck? Yeah, it was annoying. They had the ability though to where if you were running, you could clear one high objects or one wide objects. So you could jump over your own fence. You didn't have to go through the door. I didn't know that guy had a mood. So, there, like I said, there was a variant where you just do a square so you could hop through the middle rows. But what that meant is you'd have to look up to squirt water, look down to squirt water, and then like left and or right. You couldn't get a whole hell of a lot of it in one go. Whereas that other way, you would go fucking big up, left, right, hop, hop, big up, left, right, hop, hop. As opposed to hop, small, but not minimum up, small down, little left, little right. Like it ended up saving way more time to just do the weird U shape for your watering can. An elven caravan has arrived. Little do they know, we feast. Yeah, no. No, they got possessed. They've begun the mysterious construction. I don't know what they're doing. They're at a crafts dwarf doing bone. They're doing bone crafting. Or just killing. I'm probably just gonna end up just killing them since I'm not allowed to go anywhere. All right, I made the statue of an elfin meat. Statue of that. JMQ. Rock. Coffin. Just give me 10 rock coffins. I think I have excess so I can strip from the regular burial plots to make the tombs. I can. Consume.
At last,
Dragoman, the dwarf recruit vampire, has created Musaroth, a mule bone leggings. He claims as a family heirloom. Musarothor, knowing erased. I think the game was just trolling me at this point. After a crash, the artifact is named Knowing Erased. A mule bone leggings. Worth $69.96. Which is a very freaky gathering. Worth $69.96 or a very happy party. This is a mule bone leggings. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with mule bone and encircled with bands of octagon cut green glass gems and iron. The object is adorned with hanging rings of praise and menaces with spikes of brown zircon. On the item is an image of Melville Brushslash, the dwarf in donkey leather. On the item is an image of dwarves in iron. The dwarves are laboring. Their work relates to the foundation of ScorchTrumpets by the channels of speaking of the rainy mechanism in the early spring of 216. On the item is an image of 2 glum prongs in iron. Ah yes, those glum prongs. Put it with the elf statue. What elf statue? You guys have ordered so many different statues that in some way, shape, or form involve elves or the mutilation of elves or elves being fucking eradicated. What do you mean the elf statue? You can't just say the elf statue. It doesn't work. I don't know what a glum prong is. I have to Google that. I would have to Google that, which I shall. Dwarf Fortress glum prong. I have no clue what the hell that is. Glum prongs are a type of above ground tree. They are found only in evil regions and are noticeable for their unique purple color and high density wood. Because of this high density, they can be detrimental when used to make items that need to be hauled frequently. However, they are, prime material for ballista bolts. If embarking in an evil biome, glum prongs can provide an early and enticing source of wood to the practical player and purple to the purple-loving player. However, they are so slow to haul that any dwarf tasked with dragging a felled glum prong to the wood stockpile is in a prime position to be attacked by beak dogs or worse. To mitigate this, a player may wish to provide a wood stockpile with several wheelbarrows handy for carrying glum prong, which will greatly speed up the hauler dwarves in their effort to haul glum prong. The impressively high density of glum prong wood makes it attractive material for certain trap components that can deal blunt type damage to take advantage of its weight and mass, such as the spiked ball. While quickly outclassed by metals like iron and steel, glum prong may be easier to mass produce in an evil biome, and thus it is ideal for stuffing hallways with cheap filler weapon traps filled with glum prong. Incidentally, glum prong wood also happens to be the most sensitive material for empty minecart sorting. Some dwarves like glum prongs for their living shadows. Okay, that was fucking sensible to the very end. For their living shadows? Get the fuck away from the glum prongs. Oh good, more migrants have arrived despite the danger. You know, the danger where we eat them. Did we ever do out the... All right, they started to. All right, a statue of an elf. I'm guessing this is the meat beating statue. An obsidian coffin. Let that get confused. Okay, holy shit, there's a lot of... While I was reading, how did so many fucking requests get in? Holy crap. A single chair in the middle of the forest decorated with elf bones. Okay, I don't have elf bones. I guess we're gonna have to go kill some elves for how do you... Wait, hold on. Even if I kill the elves, I don't necessarily get elf bones out of them. They're not a butcherable race, right? In order to get an elf bone, how do you butcher an elf? So I can kill them, but that gets me an elf skeleton, not elf bones. If bones aren't available, just use any other hostile creature bone. My hunter needs an office in the woods. So, wait, hold on. I've not been doing anything with bones. That's a good point. What do I have for bones? I haven't paid attention to bones in a while. I do have yak ohm bones. They are hostile. I have reacher bones. I believe reachers are hostile. We have giant bat. They're kind of hostile. Reacher. What is a reacher? I'm thinking reachers are the stranglers from 3.5 D&D. I don't know what a reacher is. I might do it out of giant ohm bone. I feel like that's hostile. I'll work on that in a second. Everyone's suddenly ordering bone things. Jesus Christ. Also, I'm going to stream Grogrin. Living shadows mean evil plant then. One time I got a raw redacted mug because I found a giant strain of it. Okay. And the moody dwarf was right next to it. It was worth more than the rest of my fortress several times over. The SOS-man? Yes, the SOS-man. More food or migrants have arrived. Well, guess got to get some elf bones. Chairs need a roof, though. Get an elf into the fort and have a dwarf get into a fell mood. Okay, that is complicated. How the hell am I going to have a fell mood and get them to kill the elf? But we can still kill the elves. Yak Rancher. A humanoid monster found lurking far in the ground. It feigns death, usually near water. The victim back then uses long arms to drag its prey into the water or to drown or strangle them. So I was mostly right. It is those. Sounds menacing. The ones in D&D are just like they hide on their roofs and shit, if I remember correctly. All right, first things first, in order, as was requested. We got to build the statue of a statue. Because nothing says a statue of a statue quite like a statue. That is technically complete once I assign this to XACBC. I like how everyone, as soon as I was like, great, we're all invulnerable. We are all invulnerable vampires. Suddenly everyone's like, quick, I need a tomb. You fucking crazy bastards. Which one says vampire? That one does. All right, XACBC. You're complete. Ghost needs a magnificent tomb. One that will serve as suppression further, knowing he will never utilize it. All right, I will get him a tomb for Ghost. Bed in the tomb, please, and thank you. Tachulu, do you have a tomb? Or did you just do one of these? What is happening in here? Wait, XACBC. Hold on. Did you already have a tomb? And then do another tomb? Oh, this is another. Then what is the statue? Hold on. Am I like fucking stroking here? Who ordered the elf? Why did that click complete if it wasn't complete? I think I marked someone complete, and now I have no clue what the hell's going on in my world. My shift is in its ending length, and I come back to the statue of a statue. My order was bad. I ordered a tomb last week. The Chulu, I do see your tomb. I see bed in tomb. Oh no, you mean like last week. The Chulu, I think you filled it. I mean, I could put something in there. You're talking about this tomb. That isn't filled. Okay, I can do this for you, Tachulu. Bed in tomb, please. I think somehow I've made 2 tombs for someone, and I don't know who or why. We gotta order the 5 beds first. Pretty sure it was complete, but then the game crashed. Playing Dwarf Forge while watching someone play Dwarf Forge, some child just had a mood in a starting fort. Oh, it's starting fort. Well, good luck with your child. XACBC. Did you order this tomb, right? But are you not also the one who just ordered these statues? Did you want 2 tombs, or did someone else order a different tomb, and now I've gotten confused who's doing what? Who wanted the statue of the elf and a meat, or the elf is embracing the elf, and the elf is impaled on the meat? I ordered only elf and statue tomb. So who ordered the tomb with thread? Who ordered the tomb with thread? It never got assigned to them. I assigned XACBC to the wrong tomb. This is XACBC's tomb. I know it's whoever can't move. Who is it that can't move? Death Star 175. I gave his tomb away. This is Death Star's. Death Star's tomb. Okay. Thread was me. All right. Ghost needs a tomb, but you said magnificent. So, I don't know. We'll engrave this. Nothing specific or anything. There you go. This can be a very nice tomb that Ghost can just be sad about. Vampire. It's actually easier to do this just going by vampire than anything else. Bed and tomb for T'Chulu. Furniture requisition non-statue. All right, Earman. I'm going to refund yours for now, since that is the non-statue. Because everyone does statues, so statues are slightly more expensive. Supply and demand and all that. The idea is supposed to be it slows you down, so everyone's not ordering crazy fucking statues. And clearly I have failed in this regard. Everyone's always ordering crazy honking statues. Now, main base, I was doing something. The military was getting trained. How is that working? If I go into military read, collapse all, and sort by squad, read, collapse all, they're getting skills slowly. Unbelievably slowly, but they're getting skills. Oh yeah, there is an elf. Who do I not like in these elves? Elf merchant, do they only have elf merchants? Do they not even have like military elves? All right, I'm done trading with these guys, so we're just gonna straight attack them. I'm done dealing with these guys. We're gonna give our vampire military dwarves better experience than they're ever going to get otherwise. Where are the elf merchants? C, D, not D, E, G, I. Kill them, please. Are they already fighting? Was there a guy like right there next to him? Yeah, holy shit, someone was already in there. Well, that was a surprise attack. I feel like they're trying to run. Who is dying? Oh dear Lord. All the vampires got involved. Even the non-military vampires got bloodthirsty. They smelled the fresh blood like a bunch of sharks. The bartender grabs the elf merchant by the upper right back tooth with his left upper arm. I cannot just stand by. This requires an answer. In the midst of conflict, I laugh in the face of death. Holy shit. I sent some are any of these military dwarves? Yes. 777 David, I think, was the first one in. He stabs the elf. That's how combat started. 777 David stabs the elf merchant in the first toe on the left foot with an adamantine short sword. That's how you start it. Just, oh, hey, how's it going, Frank? Oh, nothing. You? Look at the time. Murder o'clock. And just shabs it through his foot. Oh, look at them all just getting involved. All those animals are just being reclassed as friendly. Okay. Well, we slaughtered them. Death Star. Oh, I was about to say someone got injured. It's just Death Star still being perpetually injured. Well, that happened fast. Stabs the elf merchant in the lower body with the adamantine short sword. Elf merchant left lower leg with the adamantine short sword. So I have to reclass some of these people. Need to figure out what exactly they are and reclass their names. Like Dragoman. Dragoman is not a wrestle dwarf. Dragoman wields Rinaludar. Everyone remembers Rinaludar, the adamantine short sword. So Dragoman is a military sword. Hold on, I'm gonna fix this. So in the future, it'll be easier for us to identify who's doing what. Not everyone called military wrestle. Dragoman Already doesn't use one of these. Where's Dragoman? Oh, Dragoman's not called a military wrestle. Dragoman is a dwarf wrestler. No. Okay. Zazit. Zazit, what do you use? Bizzle. I love when I remember all their names. What the balls is a Bizzle? Bizzle. Who vacuums with the Bizzle? Bizzle Lizkill. That's not it. Bizzle, a pig iron spear. He's a spear dwarf. Zazit is a spear dwarf. Customization. Military spear. Commit that through. Bombrick. Work with me. Bombrick uses a battle axe. Let's just leave it like this for now. Military wrestle. Bombrick is an axe dwarf. XACBC is a spear dwarf. Triple Sevens is a sword dwarf. Mebzith is a pick. Did I even write down pick? I never wrote down pick. All right, we don't have one for him. And Achor is an axe dwarf. Military axe. Commit that through. None of them are really wrestlers. We have one dwarf left behind as a wrestler, and that is the dude who is really a pick dwarf. So it should be new custom profession, military, pick, military miner. We'll say military miner. And we will have you look like swords dwarf. So what is a pick dwarf called? Swords dwarf. I don't see spear dwarf. Spear dwarf, pikeman. I don't know what a. I'll just make him look like a fucking miner. There you go. Question: does that make any of these retroactively better? Nope. They were military wrestlers at the time. They are military wrestlers now. Shit. Oh well. Either that or it hasn't gone all the way through. We're training using merchants. Did you finish your preparations for war? Well, we have more things now. They stuck their hand in the elf's mouth and grabbed the elf by a tooth, shattering the nail. Yeah, that does sound painful. Right. Bed and tomb, please. For T'Chulu. Those beds should have been made by now. What is going on? The hunter is hunting. Jammer Hammer Games is hunting. I never did read your description. Give me a sec on that. T'Chulu. There you go. Bed and T'Chulu's tomb. I'm marking that as complete. Stone statue of a dwarf vampire draining an elf. All right, like I said, I'm rejecting that Earman one. You're free to request that. Just use the actual statue one. Single chair in the middle of the forest, decorated with elf bones. I'm gonna come back to that one because that was actually complicated. A bone statue of those Greaves just made. A bone statue. Can you do a bone statue? I've never actually done a bone statue before. Bone. I can do a figurine. I don't think I can do a bone statue. I don't think that's possible. Yeah, I'm not seeing bone statue anywhere in this. If I do J&Q statue, this is everything a statue can be made out of. And there is no bone here. I cannot make you a bone statue. I need you, I'm gonna reject that for you to resubmit with a better material, because sometimes it takes me upwards of an hour to get those done, and if it's not over here, I'm not going to remember to do it. Who was I again by Shadowmark? All right, before Shadowmark, Who got dwarfed? Someone got dwarfed. I put it off a little bit because it takes a second to get through the system, and then I never read their description. There were 2 people that followed and then got dwarfed, and I don't remember who they were. I'm trying to look through the log of who got dwarfed because I know all the people that. Where's my log? No, go back further. My log should go all the way back to the beginning of me streaming. It defeats the purpose if it doesn't. So many explosions. That might be those noises I hear occasionally. Duh, I'm an idiot. I know one of the new ones. 7 Sunbirds. Did I read yours? I know Jammer Hammer Games I didn't. I do not remember Jammer Hammer Games. Jammer Hammer Games, you are a recent dwarf here, so you have no friends, but you do pray to Levis, who most often takes the form of a female dwarf and is associated with discipline. Jammer Hammer Games didn't have any thoughts recently, and he is basically unbreakable, almost never sick, mighty, and agile, but he's very slow to heal. Jammer Hammer Games likes Ilmenite, Brass, Tiger Eye, Slabs, the words of the Sheena Meandering, the sound of the Queen of Aquamarine, and the sight of the Fuchsia Tress. When possible, he prefers to consume apple cider and durian seeds, and he absolutely detests bark scorpions. He has a way with words, a sum of patience, and the ability to read emotions fairly well, but he has poor focus and meager creativity. He dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and with his undead nature, he's likely to do so. Alright, 7 Sunburns. I don't know if I did yours. Who requested Who Was I Again? That one I can do now and make sure I've got it done. Who Was I Again was Shadowmark Returns. Shadowmark Returns recently thought it won't turn out well. Shadowmark Returns is unbelievably strong, quite durable, and agile. Shadowmark Returns likes basalt, silver, topazolite, I read it backwards, topazolite, 2-humped camel leather, jute paper, shields, puzzle boxes, guinea fowls for their social nature, and the sight of the Sheena cavorting. When possible, he prefers to consume blind cave bear. Only blind cave bears. If those bears have eyeballs, they taste nasty. 2-humped camel cheese and sewer brew. He absolutely detests large roaches. He has amazing spatial sense, a great affinity for language, and a lot of willpower, but he has very bad intuition and poor creativity. He dreams of creating a great work of art someday, and I think we can all agree that dire roaches are something to be feared. All right, Grogrin wants a tomb. I'd see a random cat out there. And what is up with our artists? What is sewer brew? Sewer brew is a dwarven alcohol made off of some stupid plant. I don't ever make it, so I don't remember the exact ingredient. Sewer brew. Sewer brew is a drink based upon, it just redirected me to alcohol. There's a different drink name for every plant. Sewer brew is from ratweed. I should have known. I should have known ratweed made sewer brew. It's like crocodile. All right, Grogrin wanted Who Am I Again? Grogrin, you are our farmer, and you recently thought, show me some mercy now again. Grogrin is unbelievably strong, incredibly quick to heal, quite durable, and agile. Incredibly quick to heal as a vampire? I thought they specifically couldn't heal, or weren't incredibly quick to heal. Grogrin, because it's not using Grogrin's name. This is Grogrin, right? Why is Grogrin's name not through? I thought it was a time-based thing that prevented it from going through. He is a worshiper of Rash. Grogrin likes dolomite, fine pewter, pink garnet, raven leather, cabacons, boxes and bags, figurines, crutches, and pigs for their sense of smell. When possible, he prefers to consume durian wine and blood amaranth seeds, but he absolutely detests slugs. He has a feel for music, but he has little difficulty with words, a shortage of patience, a questionable spatial sense, and very bad sense of empathy. He dreams of raising a family someday, but that's probably ruined now that he's a vampire. A door next to a random tree. Do I have doors? All right. Oh, you can't. I would need a wall to put it next to a tree. All right, new idea. Build construction wall. There. Which means the door goes there. That is an adjacent wall. It's not built yet. All right, we have to wait on the wall. To me, Grogrin. I was working on that. We piss off the elves. Hopefully they attack us, because if they don't, we'll just have to waste more time training so that we can afford to send out our undead squad to go piss off the goblins. By the way, let me read this. Military, is this the endurance thing? Read. Collapse all, sort by squad. Does one of you actually have a decent endurance? Recuperation's the ability to heal, yes? Everyone's got garbage recuperation. Am I not right? Is that not recuperation? Shockingly slow to heal. Who did it say was mad fast at healing? Grogrin? Where the hell's Grogrin? Shockingly slow to heal. I guess that description doesn't read the recuperation penalty? Or is he surprisingly fast to heal despite the vamp curse? Sewer Brood, it's what's inside. Did Dragoman... Oh, yes. I keep forgetting that. Did anyone get kills? Get kills for credited? I am just going to sort this by number of kills. Hellfire Skyrim killed two dwarves. He was in the Civil War. Aeson killed a dwarf. By Wei killed the Ore of Death, the Forgotten Beast. Congratulations, he got credit for a kill. Someone else killed the dwarf. Death Star got credit for a dwarf kill. Curses 18 got credit for the Snucko kill. Forgotten Dwarf. Forgotten Beast. Minkot got credit for a dwarf kill. Speedy Noob got credit for a dwarf kill. Tosa got credit for a possum kill. Wild Shrek got credit for a magma crab kill. Zakdos got credit for a dwarf kill, and no one got credit for any other kill whatsoever. All those elves died of natural causes. If you think differently, then you don't know how elves die. Elves die of natural causes all the time, especially when they've had their head cut off. The steam monster died of natural causes. That's right. You yank a guy's neck out and he dies. That's just natural causes. That's all that is. Grogrin, your thing's getting done up. Statue of God I worship to be placed in my tomb, please. I am going to reject that, mostly because that comes free with the tombing. You're supposed to describe some of the things you wanted in the tomb. That would have included the statue. Now, North by Giant Cardinal. Of all my projects I was doing, what the hell am I doing? The cages. I knew there was something recently I was doing. Build, trap, lever. Granite mechanism. Now, 8, 19, 11, 12, 24. Well, he sounds like he's having fun. Mechanism, rock, 25 rock mechanisms. Who is screaming? It's Ghostword again. Huzzah, Ghostword. Huzzah indeed. Did we catch an owl? How do we catch a barn owl? Oh, it's the ones off the elves. It says stray. They're like tamed. All right, whatever. All right, let me think. Building the mechanisms. We're doing Grogrin's thing. Waiting for this guy to smooth his way in there, but until that time, you want a statue of his god. Grogrin, who is your god? Grogrin, your god is Rash. Okay, that's simple. Statue of Rash. Related to historical figure. And we want the Rash that's rotting. Rotting male dwarf. Do something related to Rash. There we go. A door next to another random tree. Why? I haven't even gotten this first door built yet. How many doors do I have? All right. Another random door. There. Oh, that's the tree. So, there. Build. Door. Planning mode. Only let me planning mode it? Are you kidding me? I can planning mode it. All right, we'll come back to that in a second. Door next to random tree has been completed. Grogrin, your tomb is still coming. Jammerhammer Games. I'm always pushing yours off. Yours is extreme. Why do I have a statue of Dragoman? I've got some statues I think I'd requested at some point in the game crashed or something. I don't know. I don't know why I have some of these extra statues. Someone clearly ordered them at some point. A single chair in the middle of the forest decorated with elf bones. I cannot do that, but I can make a single chair done differently. So here's what I'm going to do. I go to you, order a throne. The throne is going to be made out of everything. We'll make it out of marble. About to say everything. That way it itself will look like it's also of a bony nature. And then we'll decorate it with Olm bones, if I can. I'll try to get to be Olm bones. All right, waiting on him to do this. Shouldn't take that long to make a chair. It's just 3 legs and a thing to sit. Wait, no, it's stone, so it might be a full throne, technically. Could you place that statue of Dragoman next to the artifact amulet in the tavern? Okay. Dragoman statue next to the artifact amulet. Is that this one? I think this one has the artifact amulet in it somewhere. It was supposed. Oh, it must. Oh, they get demolished by people throwing moods. Duh. That's why I have extras. But say we had a statue here. We did. It got taken out by an idiot with a mood. All right, that statue's back. I am going to refund that Dragoman because I believe that's where it originally was. No reason to pay for a statue that you had already paid for. What statue got suspended? Where? This one? Why? Is it because there's a guy standing there staring at the... Just happened. Get out of the damn way. There's a guy staring at the museum. All right, that's back. Who got dwarfed? The SOS men got dwarfed at dwarf number 13. All right. Do a reread just to be certain. Collapse all. Halfway down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The SOS men. I'm in the wrong screen, so I don't know what I have for jobs. The SOS men. Commit that through. Switch over to labors. The SOS men, you are a dire builder. You're a legendary weaponsmith. You're the guy who made the artifact. Crafted the adamantine artifact short sword of ultimate destruction. Now I'll read out your description in a bit. We're gonna build this door. Why are you wanting so many doors? I'm gonna refund your third one. You've ordered 2 random doors. I acquiesced to the random nature of such door. I gave you visual proof that I was doing it randomly. I'm not going to keep closing my eyes and spam across the screen trying to see like where I'm gonna put a door. That's not happening. We've done 2. We're gonna stick with 2. Grogrin's tomb. Grogrin the farmer with a statue to Rash. I ordered Rash, right? Is this like the 4th time? Okay, hold on. If that ends up being some weird gibberish, I'm just gonna make a new statue. I think I've had this issue before where it doesn't do the statue to the gods right. Image, new image. Historical figure. Rash. I feel like we had this issue before. Yes, Rash. Image of Rash. The labor of ships. Do that. I have a sneaking suspicion that the statue I'm putting down there is not one of Rash.
The new season.
And we're saving for the new season. And with the new season, for those of you who watch when we are not live, but who instead watch us on the archive channel that is on YouTube, thank you so much for watching the archives. I got myself confused. The hell am I saying? Thank you so much for watching. Catch you guys next time.